I think he's celebrating his 24th anniversary in October.
So you guys started when you were getting your driver's license?
Yeah, right. I love you. That's how long.
Had to get that in there.
But you know, he's been in the jewelry business for many years. As is my friend Heidi.
So we've done 3 hours of jewelry clearance. This is the only Heidi Daus piece that we have available on clearance special pricing. It's the Gotham style design. It's enamel and crystal jewelry in a pin, in a bracelet, and in a necklace. Every single one of them is 40% off today. It's these gorgeous, oversized, blonde colored simulated pearls that are individually knotted, that have beautiful ornate domed end caps. There's so much look. There's so much old Hollywood pizzazz with those beaded tassels down at the base. Every single piece is shipping to your door free of charge. If you're a Heidi gal, if you're looking for old Hollywood glamour, this is it, my friends. We have 200 in stock. That means about 60 plus in each one, the pin, the bracelet, and the necklace. And in 3 hours of jewelry clearance, this is the only Heidi piece available at a clearance price.
That's it. And they're all available with FlexPay, 3 monthly flex payments. Look at that necklace. That is 55 inches, and it's a true Lariat necklace. So you can do a lot. We knotted it. I love what Sue did with the pin. That's really how it was made to be. Heidi is known for her brooches, and that pin is like something you would find in a museum. It's like an estate piece, like a gorgeous champagne diamond right nestled in the middle. The bracelet at $119.95. That's a huge special. We originally offered that bracelet at $199, which is the traditional normal price of Heidi's pieces. Each one comes with a lifetime limited warranty. We have 2 sizes in the bracelet. We typically say if you wear up to a 7, I usually say about like a 7¼ inch, go with the small medium. If you wear up to an 8, 8¼ inch, go with the medium large. I believe we do have both lengths still available. We do. Fantastic. This is the 55-inch Lariat that we just knotted, and there's that gorgeous brooch that Brett's holding. Look at the color of those pearls.
I love that blonde color.
Isn't that beautiful?
Very vibrant, very eye-catching. To me, this whole thing just screams of old Hollywood at its very, very best.
And you look at Sue, I mean, just head to toe, between the necklace, the pin, the bracelet. It's like, okay, stop what you're doing. Who is that designer? That is truly the most beautiful jewelry I've ever seen. And I say this all the time, and Heidi's been, actually, she was one of the, talk about a master jewelry designer, but she was, I found her when I was a student. When I was living in Europe. I was living in England and went over to Paris one time, and I saw one of her pieces. And of course, I was a student, and I'll never forget, it was in this gorgeous posh boutique in Paris, and it was her disc design, her original disc design. And I looked at the price, and I remember stopping my footsteps, like, that is one of the most magnificently beautiful necklaces I've ever seen. Anyway, fast forward. When she came here to HSN, which is over a decade ago, almost 15 years ago, I could not, I was like shaking. I was so excited to work with her and meet her, because I followed her work for so many years. So I say that story to her, you know, she's so humble and so amazing. And
so sweet.
I've told her that story so many times, and she's like, and she remembers the piece that I'm talking about, and she's just like, oh, are you kidding? Yeah, it's true.
Well, and I just feel like there's fashion jewelry, and then there's Heidi Daus.
Yeah.
She's kind of in a world of her own. Remember, you get a lifetime warranty with her pieces. What you're seeing Sue do right now is wear the necklace with the pin. The pin, that brooch is attached to the top of that piece. Those gorgeous tassels are free-flowing and falling at the base. The pin is $99.95. That's down $70 off the HSN price. The bracelet and the necklace are both $80 off the HSN price, and there are about 50 of each left in stock. So I think our producer, Catherine, she wanted to prove me wrong. So